All right, y'all. Now we're doing the Tennessee Titans mock draft. We're ripping through these now. Again, we are doing a $100 mock draft giveaway. If you're interested, join the Facebook group that you see right here. We'll try to remember to put a link in the description. Also, make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. If you want to be entered, all you got to do, drop a 7-round mock draft in the group. If it is a good mock draft, which I will try to gauge by getting the most interaction, although a lot of interaction is just people laughing, it'll be at my discretion. I'm going to make a video out of it, just like this one right here. And the video that performs the best, which again is going to be probably somewhat at my discretion in terms of how to gauge that, going to win $100. So right now the Chargers mock is doing the best. But today we're doing the Tennessee Titans. And once again, it's our man, Nick Reeder here. He had the, I guess, best Titans mock. So that's what we're going to be doing. Again, I just want to kind of run through some of my thoughts on the Titans team. Obviously, for right now, or I shouldn't say obviously, because we'll see who the picks are. But we got our quarterback situation figured out with Will Levis. A little bit of a younger situation than what we had with our last mock. You got Chigi Okonkwo at tight end, who is going to be with us for a while. We've got wide receiver Treylon Burks. Didn't really give us as much as we want, but we got Treylon Burks. DeAndre Hopkins, I think we got one more year with him. We've got, I don't know, not a ton else, I guess. At running back, we've got, let me just switch to this view. I thought that would be better, and it's absolutely not. There we go. Yeah, so we got another year of Hopkins, who is, take your time. Oh, my good Lord. How old is Hopkins? 32. Otherwise, we got Westbrook, we got Burks. We need Burks to kind of step it up a little bit. Obviously, his rookie year was a little bit better. We got Tyjae Spears at running back. Probably could afford to upgrade that if we so choose. I mean, he's a good runner. I shouldn't say upgrade. We could use a little bit of depth. Jonathan Ward, free agent, and the rest of the guys, I'll be honest, I don't know much about them. Offensive line, we got Andre Dillard, Peter Skoronski, bunch of other folks here that are going to be gone. Aaron Brewer, Corey Levin, Calvin Throckmorton, Chris Hubbard, all free agents. And then Daniel Brunskill and Dylan Radins. I never learned how to say his name. They're in the final years, although I would assume Dylan's going to be sticking around. As far as the names that we have here, obviously Petit Frere was a third-round pick. Didn't get a ton out of him. We got Chris Hubbard here. Again, he is a free agent at 32, probably not coming back. So, I mean, we definitely could use a little bit of help. Let's see with Skoronski real quick. I mean, he was a first-round pick, probably assuming he's going to be getting much better. I don't know. Probably at least a tackle, I would assume. And then, let's see, that's the rest of the offense. Let's move over to the defense. We've got Simmons is a really good football player. A little bit inconsistent, as you can see, but he's pretty solid. Autry is a free agent. Kyle Pecco, for 31 years old, free agents. Jaleel Johnson is a 30-year-old free agent. Quentin Bohanna is a really young guy, but he's in the final year. But again, he'll be getting probably a new contract if he's any good. Ross Blacklock, 26 years old. So we've got a decent amount of youth, but I think we could use more players and probably a little bit more talent to build around Jeffrey Simmons. Off the edge, I mean, I just don't feel like we've had much here. Harold Landry has just never really been the answer. We got Arden Key, who, he's whatever. Certainly wouldn't mind getting a little bit of help there. Travis Gibson is a free agent this year, 27 years old. Don't know if he's coming back. Weaver's in the final year of his deal. And then at, cornerback, we got Sean Murphy-Bunting, who just is not super great. We've got Christian Fulton, who has just not been great for us. Christian Fulton is also a free agent. Again, presumably coming back, but I don't know. And then at linebacker, we've got Al-Shaair. Don't know anything about him. Doesn't seem super great. And Jack Gibbons, who had a pretty decent year this past year. Don't really see any free agent issues. We got a lot of guys. A lot of people are in their final years, but nothing we really need to work about. And then we've got Kayvon Wallace and Amani Hooker here. Hooker was good that 1 year. Wallace kind of had a decent year this past year. Terrell Edmonds and Kayvon Wallace, both free agents. Again, I don't know the status of those guys, but that's kind of where we're at. So with the 7th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Taliese Fuaga. I think I said his name right. So right out of the gate, we're going with a tackle. Again, I mean he's a right tackle. Maybe he slots over here. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to handle that, but it doesn't really matter because we could use him either way. Presumably, we would put him over to the right side. Maybe try Skoronski or Dylan Radunes over on the other side. I'm not really sure, but either way, we could use the help on the offensive line. Critically important that we get that fixed again. I mean, we had a good football team. We had a good offensive line, and we kind of let the offensive line go to hell, and our team went to hell with it. It's kind of how I'm seeing that. At pick 38, Tennessee Titans select Xavier Worthy, 6'1", 172-pound wide receiver out of Texas. So, again, big-time need here. Burks hasn't really been getting it done. Westbrook isn't really doing it, and Hopkins will be gone real soon. So it kind of doesn't even matter. I mean, he's 20 years old. We got plenty of time to develop the guy. But, whether he's pretty much any skill, whether you're the number 1, number 2, number 3, we could definitely use you here. So, that makes sense. With the 106th pick, so we got to drop quite a bit here. The Tennessee Titans select Tanner Bortolini, Wisconsin Badgers offensive center, 6'4", 310 pounds. He's played pretty much everywhere along the offensive line, everywhere except left tackle. So the versatility will be pretty crucial for us. But again, we've got Brewer and Corey Levin, both centers that we have are free agents, so we're going to need some help there. So he should be able to slot in right away, depending on who we bring back and who else on this offensive line is able to do that in free agency or whatever. At pick 144, Muhammad Kamara, edge rusher out of Colorado, 6'1", 250 pounds. Again, could certainly use the depth, right? We've got some guys that are okay, I guess. But along with Gibson leaving and Weaver being in his final year and Landry and Key just being kind of again, certainly makes sense to me. Pick 183, Christian Boyd, defensive tackle out of Northern Iowa. Real solid grades. Been in college for a little bit of a while, so he's up in age. But getting this late in the draft, 6'4", 317, talented guy. And again, getting some help along the defensive front and somebody else along with Simmons to try to bolster that defensive line. At pick 218, we got Joshua Carty, kicker. It's the first time we've done a kicker. I love it. I didn't even think to look at kicker. Yeah, Nick Folk is a free agent, along with Morgan Cox, our long snapper. Ryan Stonehouse, our punter, is in final year of his deal. So it's definitely a need. Josh Carty here, as you can see. Really, what do I have up here? I do have field goals. Anyways, 95 PFF grade, 21 of 21 on extra points, 85% on his field goals, 100% in this range, 7 of 8 from the 30s, 7 of 7 from the 40s, and 4 of 7 from the 50s. So solid kicker piece there. Definitely a need. I'm sure everyone's going to lose their mind because you never draft a kicker, as some people say, but I think people that don't need a kicker say that. Next up, at pick 224, we have halfback Carson Steele, 6'1", 225, out of UCLA. And as I said, I mean, we have Tajay Spears. He's a good football player. But I think we could use a little bit of help, especially with Jonathan Ward being a free agent. And again, maybe he comes back. I don't know. But I don't think there's anybody there that is a massive threat. And Tajay Spears obviously is going to need some alone time. And then finally at pick 239, Jackson Mitchell, linebacker from Connecticut, 6'1", 235 pounds. I mean, why not? I guess, could certainly use a linebacker whenever you need. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, none of these guys, these are what, 2 undrafted free agents? I don't think anybody really sees in Tennessee that we have these elite linebackers anywhere. Not that we just drafted one, but it couldn't hurt to try to upgrade the position because I don't think we necessarily have that resolved. So anyways, once again, please make sure you like, subscribe, and jump in the Facebook group because we're doing a $100 giveaway. And if this goes well, we'll be doing plenty more. But we're going to come back with the next one in just a few minutes, hours,